A friend of mine witnessed a very disturbing scene along the Eastern Bypass in Nairobi when they were driving towards Karen, and they came across this particular driver who was driving this vehicle, registration number KDQ062N. That's KDQ062N. Who was captured driving very recklessly along the Eastern Bypass in Nairobi. While we are not judging, neither are we passing any kind of judgment on this particular driver, because we understand that as a human being, sometimes maybe, the key word here is maybe, the driver may have received some very disturbing news about a particular situation, which is quite understandable, that may have shocked the driver beyond reason. But at the same time, the driver should have taken into consideration the fact that he was seriously putting the lives of other road users at very serious risk. This is not the way to behave on our roads, because the moment you behave like this, then you're not just putting your own life and the lives of the other passengers in that vehicle at risk. You're putting the lives of other road users as well as pedestrians at great risk. I repeat again, I say we are not judging, because maybe the driver may have received a very disturbing news or about a particular situation that was beyond his or her ability to understand or comprehend. But if that should have been the situation, then the driver should not have taken the vehicle to move along our roads, because this was clearly reckless, extremely reckless. And on top of that, I don't know whether our drivers realize that you are giving the traffic police a very hard time. When you behave like this on the roads, on our roads, you are giving the traffic police a very difficult time in as far as managing the roads is concerned, because there are so many things that they ought to do. For us to be able to get to know what really happened, we'll have to wait for a very comprehensive report from the NTSA, that is the National Safety and Transport Authority, in order to get to know what happened. But if this is the way some people are behaving on our roads, I wonder who else was on that vehicle. Because God forbid, if this vehicle had overturned at the speed at which it was being cruised, I don't think there would have been any survivor. Or if the driver could have decided to crash on the vehicle that was ahead of them, I think we'd be talking a very different thing now as we speak. Part of our engagement involves changing behavior, and clearly this is something that was very important for us to talk about, so that we help in changing behavior, not just among us as we relate in other forums, but also as we undertake very crucial responsibilities of driving along our roads. Let us change our behavior, let us be patriotic, let us be law-abiding, and let us avoid this kind of careless behavior as much as possible. You're putting the lives of the road users at risk, you're putting the lives of the passengers in that vehicle at risk, and most importantly, you're putting your own life at serious risk. Let us be careful with your lives. Let us be very careful with the precious life that God Almighty has given us. This is extremely reckless and uncalled for.